Hi everybody, welcome back to the English Matrix classes. Today let us discuss how to make a proposal, how to accept a proposal and how to refuse a proposal. This is another very important function in our day-to-day life. Whatever it may be, whatever may the place, whether it is classroom, family, or outside the classroom, while speaking to friends, while speaking to the teachers, your family members, whoever it is, many times we have the need for making a proposal, accepting a proposal, or refusing a proposal. In today's class, we are going to discuss how to do all these things. But anyhow, before we go into the actual topic, let us discuss another very important point. In the last class, along with the language function, along with the situational talking, we learned the importance of expression while speaking to the others. I told you that expression is very important. Without expression, the conversation sounds dull and unexciting. So, in the last class, we discussed how to be expressive and the importance of being expressive while speaking to the others. In today's class, let us discuss another very important thing while speaking to the others. My dear students, while speaking to others, if we do not follow certain norms, if we do not follow certain things, our conversation is going to be dull. That makes a very clear difference between speaking in our mother tongue and speaking in English. You see, when we insist on speaking in English, when we try to speak in English, after the initial starting, naturally, there is a little bit of drawback. There is a little bit of disappointment. After that, slowly we go away from it. This is the reason for many of your friends starting to speak in English and afterwards going back to mother tongue. The reason for this is, at first, though it seems to be very interesting and enthusiastic because of the counseling given by your teachers, or when your teachers tell you about the importance of speaking in English, after some time, slowly there is a disappointment and slowly you come out of that. You fall back to speaking in mother tongue. One of the reasons for that is this disappointment. When you try to speak in your mother tongue, your expression is good, your way of speaking is good, you like it, your listeners like it, but when it comes to speaking in English, when you do not follow these norms which I tell you, it becomes dull, it becomes uninteresting. In those norms, I already told you about expression. If you do not have expression in your face, if you do not have expression in what you speak, your speech is going to be dull and unexciting. So, in the last class we discussed the point of expression. In today's class, let me tell you about another very important thing, and it is intonation. What is it? Intonation. The way you tone your language, the way you tone your speech. You tone your speech. Tone is actually related to the volume of your voice. The volume. You might have known what volume is. In your phones, in your other electronic devices like video players, audio players, etc., you find this volume button, the pitch at which you speak, the pitch at which the sound is delivered, that is tone. In speaking, we have two important ways of tone, or to be particular, intonation. The way you intone your speech. There are two ways. One is rising intonation. The second one is falling intonation. Rising intonation, falling intonation. Generally, rising intonation is used when you are asking questions. When you are asking questions, you use a rising intonation. But when you are giving a statement or when you are answering a question, you use a falling intonation. A falling intonation. In last class, I told you about full stops and question marks. When you use a question mark, it means that you are asking a question. When you use a full stop, it means that your statement is over. What you want to say is over. That is a full stop. While speaking, the exact function of full stop and question mark is done by intonation. If you end your sentence with a rising intonation, it means that you are asking a question. If you end your sentence with a falling tone, it means that what you want to say is over. So, falling intonation is equal to a full stop, whereas rising intonation is equal to a question mark rather. For example, listen to this sentence. Is it your dog? Is it your dog? Did you observe towards the end of the sentence, my speech reached a higher level. I started it at a low level and it reached a higher level. Is it your dog? Is it your dog? This is what is known as rising intonation. This rising intonation is used for a question. Yes, it's my dog. Yes, it's my dog. Now you can observe that towards the end of the sentence, the tone was falling. The volume was falling. This is falling intonation. It gives you a suggestion that what I want to tell you is over. There is a full stop. Yes, it's my dog. Are you going out? Are you going out? Rising. It means a question. No, I am not going out. No, I am not going out. Falling tone. It is equal to a full stop. It gives you a suggestion that what I want to tell you is over. So, this is another very important thing that you have to remember while speaking. What is it? Rising intonation, falling intonation. In rising intonation, towards the end of the sentence, the tone rises, reaches a higher level, and it is used for asking a question. Falling intonation, falling tone. This falling tone is used for a statement. Towards the end of the sentence, the tone reaches a lower level, and this gives you a suggestion that what you want to say is over. Generally, when you are answering, you use a falling tone, and when you are asking a question, you use a rising tone. Where are you going? Where are you going? I am going to a shop. I am going to a shop. This is another example. Is she your teacher? Is she your teacher? Rising tone. It's a question. Yes, she is my teacher. Yes, she is my teacher. Falling tone. This indicates an answer. Dear children, when you use these nouns in your speech is interesting to your listeners. They ask you, they demand you to speak more and more in English. That gives you an encouragement, and with that encouragement, you do not stop speaking in English. So, let me repeat. The first thing is the expression. For being expressive, what you have to do is just imagine how you speak that sentence in your mother tongue and follow the same way. That is point number 1. Point number 2, intonation. For questions, use a rising tone, rising intonation. For answers or statements, use a falling tone, a falling intonation. This makes your speech interesting. And apart from these two, another very important point is your animation, the expression in your face. If you speak without any expression in your face, where are you going? I am going to market. Is she your teacher? No, she is not my teacher. You see, there is no expression in the face. My face is like a stone. Then your listener doesn't find it interesting. So, push the maximum expression in your face also. Maximum expression in your face also. Is she your teacher? Is she your teacher? Yes, she is my teacher. Be expressive. So, I told you about 3 important points for making your speech interesting. One is expression in what you speak, the speech expression. Second one, intonation, rising tone, falling tone. Rising tone for questions, falling tone for answers. The third one is your facial expression, the animation. The face expresses, communicates almost half of the idea. So, be expressive in your face also. This is the third one. Keeping all these things into your practice, into your speech practice, certainly you can become a very good speaker. Your speech becomes interesting and your listeners have an interest in you. They push you to speak forward in English and you become a very good speaker. So, thank you for listening to me in this intro. about rising tone and falling tone. Now, let us go forward into today's topic. What did I say? What is today's topic? Making a proposal, accepting a proposal, or refusing a proposal. First, what is a proposal? What is a proposal? You propose means you suggest your friend or you suggest your listener to do something. You ask your friend's opinion about doing something. That is a proposal. Sometimes you accept the proposal and sometimes you refuse the proposal. For example, you are very bored. Your friend came to you and he asked you about your dull mood. Hey, Girish, why are you so dull? What happened? Nothing. I'm little bored. You said. Really? What about going to a movie? What about going to a movie? This is making a proposal. What about going to a movie? Here, what did you do? You gave one plan to your friend. You told your friend about one plan. And this is known as a proposal. You suggested your friend that doing something may be better. Doing something may be a solution to a problem. So, this is known as making a proposal, telling about, forwarding a plan, putting forward a plan with your friend. So, this is a proposal. And once again, you may accept the proposal or you may also refuse the proposal. If you like it, you say, yes, that's a good idea, let's go. This is acceptance. No, I'm not ready for a movie now. No, I'm not ready for a movie now. This is refusing the proposal. You may accept or refuse. Today, let us learn the different ways of making a proposal and the different ways of accepting a proposal or refusing a proposal. Okay, so first, making a proposal. The most important way of making a proposal, the most common way of making a proposal is using shall. Shall. Generally, the use of shall is almost outdated in modern English. In good olden days, they used the word shall many times on many occasions. But in today's world, the use of shall is just limited to making proposals. That is the most common way of using the word shall. Shall. Shall we go to a movie? Shall we go to a movie? Shall we go and ask him? Shall we go and ask Ashok? Shall we go to my house? Shall we stand outside for some time? Using shall we, beginning the sentence with shall we, is the most common way of making a proposal. And another way is using what about. What about? This what about, though it is informal, this is also a very popular way of making a proposal. Generally, when we are speaking to other people, it means that we are using informal language. while using informal language, we use certain expressions. These expressions are used only for speaking. Remember that. These are used only for speaking. While writing, we do not use them. One of them is this what about. Generally, it is followed by inform. What about going to a movie? What about going to your house? What about standing out for some time? What about asking your friend? What about asking Ashok? This is another common way of making a proposal. But as I have already told you, this is an informal expression. While writing something, don't use this. While writing in an examination or while writing an essay or a letter, don't use these ways of what about, or after what about there is another expression, how about. This is actually the third way of making a proposal. How about? Of course, it is equal to what about. What about? How about? Both of them are equal. How about going to a movie? reject it. You see, at the first, what did I say? It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. When you say it's not a bad idea, what do you mean? It's a good idea. So, indirectly, you praised your friend for giving a good idea, and then what did you say next? But I doubt if it can help. But I doubt if it can help. So, here you are rejecting the proposal in the most indirect way. Now, the second one, I don't think you are right. I don't think you are right. My dear students, while speaking to others, there is a good manners. While criticizing others, never use a negative word. Never use a negative word. For example, your friend told something and you know that it's wrong, but don't say that it's wrong. You are wrong makes your friend hurt. So, never use you are wrong. You can say you are not right. You are not right. You see, both are equal in meaning. You are wrong, you are not right. But when you say you are not right, your friend doesn't feel sad. So that is another tactics you use while speaking to friends. So once again we use that, I don't think you are right, tell me something else. I don't think you are right, tell me something else. And I am afraid that's not a good idea. I am afraid that's not a good idea. Another way of responding in a negative manner is using I am afraid. It doesn't mean that you are frightened of your friend. I am afraid is a negative expression. For example, somebody asks, hello, is your dad at home? One of your dad's friends came to see him at your home. You are playing outside. He stopped you and asked you, hello, is your dad at home? I am afraid he is not at home, sir. I am afraid he is not at home, uncle. You begin the answer, negative answer with I am afraid. That is a polite way of giving a negative answer. I am afraid he is not at home, uncle. In the same way, one of your friends asked you, hello, please give me some water. Please give me some water. If you say no, I won't give. No, I won't give. Your friend is hurt. So, to be polite, you start it with I am afraid. I am afraid I don't have any water with me. I am afraid I don't have water with me. That is polite way of giving a negative answer. Starting it with I am afraid. Remember, while denying something, starting it with I am afraid makes it more polite and smooth. So, the third expression is I am afraid that's not a good idea. I am afraid that's not a good idea. Can't we think about something else? Can't we think about something else? So, these are the ways of refusal. Let me repeat them for you. It's not a bad idea, but I doubt if it can help. I don't think you are right, tell me something else. I don't think you are right, tell me something else. I am afraid that's not a good idea. I am afraid that's not a good idea. Can't we think about something else? Can't we think about something else? These are the ways of refusing. Now, my dear children, I told you about the ways of making a proposal, coming forward with a proposal. 2, accepting a proposal, how to accept a proposal. 3. How to refuse a proposal. Now, based on these expressions, let us see a model conversation. Observe how I am pronouncing these words, how I am being expressive. Listen to that carefully and practice this model conversation with your friends. Only after practicing it with 1 or 2 friends, you become more confident. While practicing it, you can imitate me, you can copy me. You ask your friend also to listen to this conversation and both of you try to follow me. After that, you develop your own style. Okay, now the model conversation for you. This is a conversation between Suma and Rama. Now, Suma starts it like this. Hello Rama, what are you doing? Hello Rama, what are you doing? I am trying to do the science homework. I am trying to do the science homework. Oh, I tried this morning. I could not get answers to many questions. Oh, I tried this morning. I could not get answers to many questions. You are right. I have the same problem too. What shall we do? You are right. I have the same problem too. What shall we do? Shall we go and ask our science teacher? Shall we go and ask our science teacher? I don't think we can ask our science teacher. She is out of station. I don't think we can ask our science teacher. She is out of station. Oh, bad luck. Oh, bad luck. What about asking Sushma? What about asking Sushma? I am afraid that's not a good idea. Sushma was absent for a long time. I am afraid that's not a good idea. Sushma was absent for a long time. Then, shall we search the internet? Then, shall we search the internet? That's a good idea. Come on, let's do that. That's a good idea. Come on, let's do that. Now, dear children, did you observe the intonation in this conversation? Rising tone for questions and falling tone for making answers. Let me read out the conversation once again for you. This time you focus on rising tone and falling tone and practice the same when you are speaking with your friend. Okay, once again the conversation for you, focusing on intonation, rising tone and falling tone. Hello Rama, what are you doing? I am trying to do the science homework. Oh, I tried this morning. I could not get answers to many questions. You are right. I have the same problem too. What shall we do? Shall we go and ask our science teacher? Shall we go and ask our science teacher? I don't think we can ask our science teacher. She is out of station. Oh, bad luck. What about asking Sushma? I am afraid that's not a good idea. Sushma was absent for a long time. Then shall we search the internet? Then shall we search the internet? That's a good idea. Come on, let's do that. Okay. So, keeping all these things in view, make a pair with one of your friends. Both of you listen to the conversation carefully and practice the model conversation. Afterwards, you make your own conversation, taking one situation or other, and surely your intonation will become better and your speech will become better. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Bye bye.